It's a nice day. Hey, I'm not limping no more. Shit, I'm walking. I'm walking normal now, bruh. I can walk normal now. I'm walking back and forth like, yeah, baby. I got my leg back. I'm not limping anymore. I can start working out tomorrow. I probably won't be able to run still, but I can like strut and I can do push-ups, sit-ups. I probably could do some kicks or something. Maybe a straight kick. Let me see if I can do a straight kick. Okay, yeah, I can do a straight kick. Yeah, it's time to do this, baby. Hellcat back, man. Oh, it took me for I thought I was gonna be injured for like a month or something. Shit, I can start working out tomorrow. Yeah. I took a week off for working out. I haven't worked out in a week. What's up with it, Sean? Sean Breezy? Yeah, I ain't gonna drink tonight, man. I'm good off of drinking. I done drank too much lately. Too much of that cope. Is that a cope? That's a cope. That's a cope, isn't it? Yeah, but a man is nothing without his money, bro. The way females treat you if you broke, you know what I'm saying? Most of them, they're gonna look the other way, man. Now you got a few women that'll fuck with you even though you broke or whatever, but they won't stay for long. If you heard what I'm saying? If you're not bound down kissing their feet, they're not gonna stick for they're not gonna stick around for long. The moment you guys get into an argument, she gonna remind you how broke you are. You feel what I'm saying? The moment you get into an argument with her, she gonna remind you that you're broke. I'm paying for everything. You're not paying for nothing. All you doing is living in my house, eating my food, playing video games, and you got a little job that you go to every now and then. Or you could be unemployed. Man, these women will talk about you like a dog. If you ain't got money, bro. Some motherfucker, what's his name? Can't think of his name right now, but he came around talking about, you are something without money. You are something. I'm like, really, dude? The way women treat you if you're broke? Have you ever heard of a song called No Scrubs? Have you heard about a song called Ain't Nothing Going On But the Rent? You see what I'm saying? you know, no, you're nothing without bread, bruh. Society treats you like a get off me, man. Fucking bug. Society treats you like a loser, man. When you ain't got money, bruh. Can you imagine if you had a lot of money, how much respect you would get in society? You got a lot of money, bro. You got a lot of respect. Because it's not easy to generate wealth, man. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, my face is already getting puffed up. I haven't worked out in a week. It's very, very, very difficult to generate wealth. That's something that's not easy to do, bro. As you can see, I'm struggling. You know what I'm saying? To get my jackpot, my second jackpot, I'm struggling to get it. But eventually, if I keep at it, I'm going to get it again. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to get it again out here in these streets. You're nothing without money. Society will walk all over you and treat you like trash if you don't have money, bro. You can be easily victimized if you don't have money. Look at Sub 5 Stalker. She knew my situation, bro. That bitch kept throwing coffee on my car every single day, trying to get my car towed out of there. And it happened, Got my car towed out of there. But, I wanted to get towed because I didn't want to worry about it no more. I was like, fuck that car. No, I'm not going to keep on lugging that thing around, pushing it from one spot to the next. No, it's too much of a headache. Go ahead and take it, man. And where I was parked at, you could see where, there was coffee poured on the wall and shit. This bitch was obsessed with me, man. So she was able to victimize me because what? I didn't have the money to move away from her and get away from this area. I didn't have the money. You know what I'm saying? So she was able to stalk me and fuck with me and shit like that. If I had a lot of money, bro, I would have been had gone. If I would have hit my jackpot sooner, like a couple of months ago, I would have been gone, like right away. So you ain't nothing without bread, man. Don't believe the hype, man. Don't believe what people are saying. Talking about, oh, you're something, you are something without money. You are something, bro. You are nothing without money, bro. There's two things in this world that you gotta have in order to get a lot of women. First is looks. You gotta have looks. Second, money. You gotta have a lot of money. It's either you gotta have a lot of looks or a lot of money to have a good life. You see what I'm saying? With women. If you a Chad or a Tyrone, you got a good life with women. I've seen Chads and Tyrones get access to stuff that I'll never be able to get access to without money. They get access to threesomes, bro. Two women at the same time, bro. My Arabic Chad friend, bro, he had access to threesomes, bro. He's fucking two bitches at the same time, man. You know what I'm saying? These women do strange things in the bedroom for Chad and Tyrone. These women it's very easy to get these women in the bed if you're Chad or Tyrone. And it's very easy for you to get them in the bed if you got a lot of money. That's why you gotta have one or the other. You can't be slacking. You can't be slacking on both. You got no looks, no money. You got savvy guy out here talking about, man, she ghosted me, man. Man, she ghosted me. I'm like, yeah, she ghosted you, bro, because you're below average looking and you're broke. Now, if you would have had that Maserati or that Lambo, you would never have got ghosted. That's why I say, if you at a disadvantage, man, you got to hustle for that money, bro. I don't give a fuck what you got to do to get it. It's like, no, you got to hustle. You can't just be out here just doing nothing with your life, man. No, do something. Chase the lottery. Go to Hollywood, become an actor, bro. Live out there poor for a little bit, like I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? I'm living out here poor until I make it. You see what I'm saying? Until you get your big break. Start rolling in school. If you don't want to go and get the bigger bags and you think that's too much of a headache and too much of a struggle, go to school. Shit, start enrolling in school. Get that school bag. You feel what I'm saying? Get that school bag. And or you can go and start your own business. Pitch up a tent, get you a sleeping bag, sleep outside for a little bit until you can stack your bread, and you can start your own business, man. You got to do stuff that's uncomfortable, man, to really get ahead, man. Everybody too goddamn comfortable in their house. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to pay their rent. Everybody's trying to pay their mortgage. Everybody's trying to pay their fucking car note and shit. But that's the shit that's keeping them in poverty. That's the shit that's keeping them stagnant. You see what I'm saying? Imagine if you was able to pinch I'm gonna turn that guy Mike or whatever his name is. What's his name? Mike Cyrus or whatever his name is. I'm gonna turn his words against him, or I'm gonna use his words that he threw at me, and I'm gonna make gumbo. He threw some words at me. My motivation it comes from having a roof over my head, and I'm like, bro, I'm gonna take your words you threw at me, and I'm gonna make some gumbo with it. Imagine if you got a tent, sleeping bag, and stuff like that, and it's not that cold outside, and you didn't have to pay rent anymore. You still working, just pocketing how much you make a month. Imagine if you did that for 2 or 3 years straight. You feel what I'm saying? You will be able to save up for your own business at that point, bro. Imagine if you got rid of the car, the car that he's paying notes on. Fuck that car. Get rid of it. Don't have to be flashy for these bitches out here trying to show off. A lot of these motherfuckers who be driving around in Mustangs and Challengers and shit like that, these niggas be broke. You be thinking they got it going on. These motherfuckers ain't got a dollar to their name because all their money is going into that car. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you did that for 2 or 3 or 4 years straight. Just lived on the streets and went to work and then stacked your paper for like that long. Man, you'll get ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? So cats gotta understand, like, bro, out here, man, in these streets, bro, in America, there's two things you gotta have: a lot of looks, uh, that including height and all that other stuff that goes with looks, and money. Gotta have that. You gotta have that. You gotta have the money, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta have it. You don't have that, man. You got nothing in life, bro. Nothing. Your life is gonna suck. And then as you get older and you start losing your looks, and your life with young females is gonna fade, bro. I remember how good I had it, man, back in my 20s, man, and I took advantage of stuff. At the same time, I neglected some things. You know what I'm saying? I neglected my youth. You know, I shouldn't have gotten in a relationship when I was 20-something years old. I should have been stoked. I should have been hitting and quitting, and focus on my craft, focus on my music. You know, focus on my dream, my bag. I should have been all focused on that when I was in my 20s. Shouldn't have been in a relationship. You feel what I'm saying? I regret that. You know, those are a lot of regrets I got, you know, in my life. You feel what I'm saying? So, you're nothing without money. You know, you could come around the channel and you could try to debunk my argument, but it's not going to work because I got too much experience. Okay? I got too much experience in life, bro. You might be a young dude or something, and you don't really know much about life, but I'm going to tell you straight up, you are nothing without your bread. You know what I'm saying? You can try to get by in life without having money and stuff like that. You can make all kinds of excuses talking about, well, you can't take it with you. You know, that's what my dad used to say all the time. You can't take it with you, fuck it. Don't need to be rich because you can't take it with you when you die. And he's right. You know, you can't take it with you. He didn't take nothing with him. Matter of fact, he had nothing. You know what I'm saying? The guy died poor because he didn't want to change. He was so busy chasing pussy all the time. My dad was obsessed with pussy, bro. He was always talking about some pussy, man. When I was talking on the phone with him, he was always talking about, yeah, son, I'm about to get me some pussy soon. Yeah, son, I'm about to get me some pussy right now. I'm gonna call you back. You know, or he'll be like, man, I was hollering at this one broad, man. She had some big old titties and a nice fat ass. I mean, that's cool to do that. We all heterosexual up out here. You know, we all want women. But he was obsessed with it, though. He was never like, let me go get this bag so then I could be more obsessed with pussy. And then I could really live my dream and you know, live my bucket list and shit like that. You know, you got to realize you're nothing without your bread, man. Hey, I'm walking normal. Hell yeah, bro. Let me walk some more. Yeah, I'm walking normal now. I mean, there's a little limp. There's a little, it's not. But I can bend my leg now, further backwards. You know what I'm saying? So you're nothing without the bag, bro. You should always be chasing that bag, bro. Always. It's always chasing it until you get it. And it's lifelong, too. Chasing bags and being more wealthy and lifelong thing. Why you think Elon Musk is still wealthy? Because he's still chasing bags. He's still trying to, you know, and you think about Elon Musk, bro. He don't even have a house. Elon Musk don't even own a house, bro. He stays like with a friend or some shit, and all that money he has, bro, he stays with a friend. That's good practice, though, man. He's keeping his money. Because billionaires, they start to see like houses are not they're not good investments, so they stop buying houses and start renting. Or staying with a friend, staying with free rent. You feel what I'm saying? He stays with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because society wants you to do, what they want you to do is, they want you to stay up on that hamster wheel forever. So they jack that rent up high, sky high. You know, or they want you to buy that Mustang, you know, that Shelby Mustang, for $100,000 that you gotta be paying 5 or 10 years off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Stuck with car payments for 5 or 10 years. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, high ass rent, high ass utility bills, high everything is sky high because they want you to keep on that hamster wheel so they can get that tax money, man. They don't never want you to retire early. That would be bad. For me to retire at 45 right now, if I got a big enough jackpot, that would be bad for them because then I'm not paying taxes. But at the same time, it would be good for them because then I have more money to put into the economy. You see what I'm saying? I did that before. Like when I was younger, I was homeless in 2007. I moved in with my girlfriend, man. At the time, the reason why I was able to save up for that music equipment so quickly, I think I got that music equipment like what? After about 3 months of saving. I wasn't paying rent. The management had there was a new management that moved into the building. The old management had to move out or whatever for some reason. I don't know why, but there was a new management that moved into the building. They didn't know I was living there, so I I was having problems paying rent at the time, and then I noticed that they didn't send me a little note that they usually send, like maybe like a couple of days after you didn't pay the rent. They would send a little note, hey, you got to pay your rent or you got to get out, right? So then I didn't get that little note, and I was like, fuck, I might as well just, I might as well do what they call it, squat. I might as well squat here. So months went by and they didn't know I was there. At the time, that gave me a chance to stack all my bread. You feel what I'm saying? And buy music equipment. So I was working 2 jobs and I wasn't paying no rent. I was squatting, you know what I'm saying? And I worked 2 jobs and I got my music equipment within 3 months. And I was dreaming about that music equipment. Bro, I had brought brochures about music equipment. I was reading Vibe magazines at the time, Source magazines. I was always buying those things. I had stacks of them motherfuckers in my room and shit, right? So I said, fuck, I'm not paying no rent. I might as well get that music equipment. You know what I'm saying? Might as well get that music right now. Might as well get that music equipment. But then they called up to me after a while. I said, like, after a year, they figured out I was up there. Like, you guys are sleeping. I had time to save up for my music equipment and everything, right? So a lot of that stuff gets in the way, man, of getting that bag, bro. All this goddamn high-ass rent, the cost of living has went up sky high. It just keeps you from progressing. But if you didn't have the rent, bro, you would be able to save your bread and stack your bread and start a new business or your own business, I mean. You feel what I'm saying? So without money, bro, you're just not going to be a man. Why you think I've been like single for like 8 years? I haven't had a girlfriend in 8 years, bro. You think if I had my shit together, I would have went through that 8-year drought without having a woman? Huh? Hell no. If I had my shit together and I won multiple jackpots and I was driving even a BMW, or I was driving a high-end Mercedes-Benz, or better yet, driving a Lamborghini. I love Lambos. That's my car. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If I was driving a Lamborghini, you think I would have went through a fucking 8-year drought without a girlfriend? Hell no, bruh. Hell no. I would have been keeping my dick wet. You know what I'm saying? I would have had one blowjob after the next. I would have had so many girlfriends. You feel what I'm saying? But now, because Hellcat is not worth anything, so therefore I am nothing without bread, bro. Come on, stop all the bullshit talking about you are something without money. Oh yeah, then how come I went 8 years without a girlfriend out here in these streets? Okay, well that sums it all up right there. That sums it all up. I don't have to say no more. I already proved my point already. It's that you are nothing without your money. You're nothing without bread. Because if I had money, bro, Little Seven and some of them women in there, they would have been approaching me. See, women, they only approach valuable guys. They don't if you ain't worth anything, bro, you gotta approach them and spit game. But women only approach something that's valuable, and that's with everybody. Motherfuckers chase gold, silver, and all the time. We got miners and shit that go out there and go to mines and look for gold. Looking for diamonds and shit like that. People pursue that shit because it's valuable. You see, if you build value in yourself, these bitches, they will approach you, bro. Approach you. Even around here in the hardest, the toughest dating market in the world, in the Bay Area, where I'm living right now, the most highly competitive dating market that you'll ever witness, right? You think if I'm at Starbucks with a Lamborghini outside, I pull up with my Lambo, go in Starbucks, have me a coffee. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just chilling. I'm sitting there with my coffee, slurping, and before you know it, it's gonna be a female that approach me like, "Hi, what's your name?" "Oh, Kel, how you doing, Kel? My name is Maylene. And this is my friend," or she got friends with her or some shit like that. "This is my friend Jacqueline. How you doing?" I will get approached very, very fast. Cause they seen you hop up out that Lamborghini, bro. They seen you hop up out that Lambo, and they're approaching right away. You see, you can't approach a piece of shit, bro, and because it doesn't have any value, bro. I'm not saying men without money are pieces of shit, but you're invisible to a lot of women. If you ain't Chad or Tyrone, if you don't have a lot of money, you are invisible. If you are the average guy, you are invisible. If you're below average looking, you're definitely invisible. You're like a fucking fly on the wall. You feel what I'm saying? So I stopped dating, bro. I ain't had pussy in 2 years. I stopped pursuing it because it doesn't bring value to my life. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna go out there and waste more money and chase some more hoes, and still ain't got my shit together. Man, that bartender I was talking to the other night, when I went out, she had a nice fat booty. The only thing I didn't like about her is she had tattoos. But if I had my shit together, bro, I'll be able to take home a bartender, bro, and show her where I live and shit. You're a rich man, bro. You fucking get opportunities that you wouldn't believe, bro. You would get opportunities that you wouldn't believe, and you would have the best time with women, bro. And you'll never ever be without a girlfriend. You'll always have a woman by your side as long as your paper is straight. I keep telling cats that, bro. You see what I'm saying? You'll never have no droughts or nothing like that. You'll be like what's his name, Leonardo DiCaprio or Kanye. You'll be like them. A lot of females that complain about them, because they're like, "Oh, it takes so long for him to get aroused. It takes him a long time to get hard." Yeah, because he's been fucking 8, 9s, and 10s, for many years now. So you have become a challenge. The motherfucker done spoil his dick, bro. When you get rich, you spoil your dick. Oh yeah, that rhyme. I like that, man. I got bars. When you get rich, you spoil your dick. Your dick is like, I've been in here before. This ain't nothing new. Imagine an average guy fucking Kim K in her prime. Oh my God, you'd be like, oh my God, I'm excited. I ain't never been with no pussy like this before. Yeah, but after a while, you get used to fucking 8, 9s, and 10s. It ain't no big deal because you got what? You got moolah, you got scratch, you got cheddar cheese, bro. Guys got to understand that, bro. You ain't nothing. As I get older, I'm more and more invisible to young women every single year that goes by, bro. And that's scary. I can't date young women no more. I got to date women like Sub 5 Stalker or women around my age. That's starting to get scary. Like, damn, I don't have access to young women no more like I used to. As you get older without money, bro, your pool of options just start to shrivel up. Feel what I'm saying? And then people treat you like nothing. Women treat you like nothing unless they like you, unless they see some value in you. like fucking sub 5 stalker, I was valuable to her, bro. That's why she was pursuing me, pouring coffee on my car every single day that went by. You feel what I'm saying? Pouring coffee on my car every single day that went by. And now she gone. And I'm glad. Because I don't have to deal with her ass no more. You know, you're nothing without your bread, bro. The women treat you with so much respect. I mean, women treat you with so much respect when you have a lot of money, bro. You know, that's why you got to pursue it, bro. And don't give up. You see what I'm saying? I can't wait till I get the bag. I'm going to have a date every day of the week. I'm gonna have one girl for every day of the week. You know, you see what I'm saying? It's like, man, nah, man. Women out here, to most women in this area, and this is mostly Asian and some Hispanic area, like all the women out here, bro, I am invisible. Not to all of them, but to most women around here, I'm invisible. Now, there's a few women that like me around here, bro, but that's not a lot, man. That's not how I want to be. I don't want to be, you know, in my area where only a few women like me, because then that limits my options. You see what I'm saying? I have limited options. I can only go so far. Versus if I had a lot of money, I would have access to half of the women around here. If not half, most. You feel what I'm saying? If not half, most, I would have access to at least most of the women around here. And I wouldn't have no problem getting dates. The bartender, I think she probably thought I had some money or something. But she'll be gladly to go out with me if I pulled up in something nice at the bar. You feel what I'm saying? These women are looking for a rich man. But unfortunately, not all women are going to be able to cop a rich man, bro. You know, 7, 8, 9s, and 10s, especially if she got a kid by another man or something like that. Now, her landing a rich man is slim to none. Okay? So you got to understand, like, bro, rich man rule. You know, niggas with the bag rule, bro. They don't have no shortage with women. Like this dude said on the Leftover Women channel. He was like, when a man has a lot of money, there's no shortage of women in his life. That's what he said. Or he was like, when a man has the bag, in other words, and when a man has the bag, he's not short on women. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what dude was saying, bro. And then he was like, man, this one other guy on the Leftover channel, he was like, man, you know, ain't no fuck true love, man. He's a fuck true love. It's all about this. You'll find plenty of women that'll love you as long as you have this. Now, what was he? What did he say? Oh yeah. He said, man, fuck true love. The only thing true is this. He's like, the only thing is this. You'll find true women that'll love you as long as you have this. I just saw the sugar daddy today pull up at Starbucks with his 35-year-old woman she looked nice, she looked decent. She's around a 6. You know what I'm saying? And dude old, he drives a Porsche and a Corvette. Okay, so he does very well. He's not super rich, but he does well. Okay, that's the car you're supposed to have when you get to be his age. He look around 60 or 65. She look around like 35 or something like that. You know, and she carries a Gucci bag everywhere she goes. Matter of fact, he came in with the Gucci bag and sat it down while he sat down, waited for her to come in. You see what I'm saying? So he's basically carrying her Gucci bag for her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, he ain't struggling. Yeah, he might be dating a woman that's a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? But she's decent looking. She's pretty. You know what I'm saying? She's around 6. She's decent. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's good for him because he's like, what, old? He's like 70 or something like that. I don't know how old he is. But he ain't struggling like I am. and he's 70 or something like that. He's 65, 70. He is not struggling. He got a girlfriend, bro. I haven't gotten I don't have a girlfriend. And that's my point right there, bro. I just proved my own point. That this guy drives a Porsche and a Corvette, and he has a girlfriend. I don't. I've been struggling to get one for 8 years. And he's walking around like, da, 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 got me a girlfriend. Got me a girlfriend. It ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing to have a girlfriend around here. And you on the outside looking in like a motherfucking puppy. Just let me in. Like, dude, he older than you, bro. And he got a woman, bro. He like 30 years older than you, bro. He making you look bad out here in these streets, bro. That's bad, bro. When you got a sugar daddy over here, bro, that's driving a motherfucking, well, it's not bad. He's driving a fucking goddamn a Corvette, man. And a Porsche. He got a Boxster Porsche. That's the least expensive Porsche. But still, it's still a Porsche. It's worth about 70 grand. You feel what I'm saying? 80 grand. Okay? Corvette worth about 70 or 80 grand. So he got a little bit of paper. You know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker got a Corvette and a Porsche, I mean, he got a little bit of paper. He ain't, like I said, he not mega rich, but he does very well. He does very well where he could take her out and buy her a Gucci bag worth a few grand. Okay, he can do that. So he's a sugar daddy, bro. But he's not alone. You feel what I'm saying? Versus this other guy that I was talking to. This motherfucker haven't had a girlfriend in 20 years. Remember I told him about the guy who hasn't had a girl in 20 years? He ain't worth nothing. He's not driving a Porsche. He's not driving a Corvette. He's alone, bro. You see what I'm saying? He's alone. He will continue to be alone for the rest of his life, bro. He's done for. Versus sugar daddy over here, bro. Over here by Starbucks. He ain't gonna be alone. The nigga got bread, bro. he wasn't stupid. He just didn't throw his youth away and his mid-30s away or his 40s away. He was working. He was trying to he was chasing that bag, bro. That's why I say, bro, you'll never be alone as long as you got a bag. Never. This guy's a sugar daddy. He got a girlfriend, bro. He's looking worse than me. Guy's like 70, bro. He's shriveled, wrinkled up. But got a girlfriend, bro. He got a woman. And while you struggle, damn, grandpa making you look bad, man. You let this grandpa outdo you, bro, out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, competition is real for that coochie, bro. And they don't like broke men out here, especially Asian women and black women. They can't stand a broke man, bro. They always talking about you a brokey or you a broken dusty. You know, when they want to insult you, they call you broke. That's the first thing that comes out of their mouth. Broke. You're broke. You know what I'm saying? So they can't stand. That's why I say you are nothing without money. Listen to what women are saying. You are nothing if you're broke. Are you broke? Is he broke? Oh, he's broke. She gonna go roll with the nigga who got his money together, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like the sugar daddy over here, bro. I'm looking way better than him with the looks. But guess what? The nigga got the money, though. So he got a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So no, don't feed into that bullshit. You know, you ain't nothing without. I mean, you are something without money and shit like that. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe that shit, bro. That's you living in delusion world. Like that dude Mike Cyrus or whatever his name is. Can't think of his name, man. The dude that come around my channel with the delusional talk. Come around here talking that you are something without money. You are something. Bro, that's not how women treat you, though, man. You gotta listen to the women. They dictate whether or not you are worth something or not. If you're not worth anything, they're not gonna approach you. If you look broke with fucked up ass, cushed over shoes, you're not gonna get approached. If you're under 6 feet tall and broke and over 40, they're not gonna approach you, bro. You're worthless. You are worthless without money. telling you, like I said, man, if I pulled up every single day, even in a Porsche, I would get approached. Yeah, if I pulled up uh, with my Lambo, I would get approached on a regular basis. Approached. I don't have to do anything. They seen you, bruh. They seen you pull up with that Lambo. They seen you hop out of it. Now they're gonna make their move. They're gonna go in the bathroom and see if their makeup is straight and everything. Is that guy with the Lamborghini outside? Oh shit. They go in the bathroom, powder their fucking face up, put lipstick on, making sure everything is good, and then they'll find some way how to approach you, how to bump into you, or accidentally bump into you or something for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll strike up a conversation with you. You are valuable in their eyes if you have a Lambo, if you got a bag, bro. So you're being approached, and like I said, people pursue things that are valuable. Pearls, diamonds, gold. People pursue that shit, bro. You feel what I'm saying? They pursue it on a regular basis. Is what it is worth something. If you're not being approached on a day-to-day basis, bro, you are worth nothing. You are not. You gotta listen to what people are saying and how people treat you. If you out here in Starbucks just chilling, having a coffee, and you don't get approached, you are worth nothing. Chad and Tyrone and rich men, they get approached on a day-to-day basis. You a Chad or Tyrone, you got women coming up to you every single day, approaching you. Because what? Your looks are a what they call it, I should say an asset, or is it I don't know what to call, what's the right word for it? Your looks are valuable. Put it that way. Put it plain and simple, just like that. Your looks are something that you can make money off of if you are 8, 9, or 10 in looks. Okay, you could be a model, you know what I'm saying? Or you could be this, you could be that. You know what I mean? You get approached by women on a regular basis, and women, they approach, like I said, women approach men who are valuable in their eyes. And you gotta work yourself up to be valuable in women's eyes, so that way you don't have to go and approach them. They approach you. I don't have to do nothing. All I gotta do is just have my latte, have my coffee, have my dragon fruit tea, or whatever I order on a regular basis. And all I gotta do is stand there with a Rolex, Lamborghini outside, dressed very nicely, haircut, shaved, clean shaven, and I'll just stand there. Guarantee you'll have a female waving from a distance. Just hi, waving at a distance, bro. From way across the room, and she'll come over and she'll approach you, bro. I know women how they are, man. But if you a nigga that's been struggling for 8 years trying to get a girlfriend, that goes to show you that, bro, you ain't worth nothing. You ain't worth nothing to pursue. You see what I'm saying? So get your paper up, man, so you can be worth something. Get your bag, or however you getting it right now, or however you chasing it, or whatever. You know, you chasing the bag right now. Be on the motherfucking grind, man. Every single day, chasing that paper, chasing that bag, to making sure you build value so you can be approached. I want to be approached by women. I don't want to always be chasing these bitches, bruh. Going to bars and clubs, spending my money chasing these hoes. You know what I'm saying? I want them to pursue me. And you build value, and they'll pursue you, bro. Movie stars, athletes, they're pursued by women on a daily basis, bro. You'll never, ever go without pussy as long as you got the bag. That's why dudes go out and hustle, bro, because look at the life, bro. You're being approached by women. That don't happen to the average guy, bro. You're being approached. And here in the West, these females don't approach you unless you're, number one, above their looks level. You know, number two, maybe around your looks level, they might approach you, but less. You got to approach them. You got to spit game with them. That's the only time women approach you, bro. You see what I'm saying? Or you have a lot of money, or you got some status. You know what I'm saying? Fresh and fit or whatever. I don't really like them that much, man. But these dudes are being approached on a day-to-day basis, bro, because they got some type of value. So Myron, he's worth like $1 million. Just being worth $1 million, bro, will attract a woman to you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And you won't have a boring ass sex life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you won't be going, 2 or 3 months without sex. You won't be struggling to get it. I hate that, bro. I fucking hate struggling to get pussy. It irritates the shit out of me, bro. That I gotta struggle to get it. I gotta go pursue it. I gotta fucking dress nice, put on some bling, and you know what I'm saying? Pursue it. Nah. Let that shit pursue me. I fucking want to get it. I want to get the easy access to the coochie, bro. Easy access. And the only way I'm going to do that is I got to build value in myself. That's why, Kelcat, I stopped chasing bitches, bro. I said, no, time out. Wait. Time out. My money ain't together. I gotta be in monk mode for a minute, man. Until I get everything together. Until I get my finances together. And then return to the date market with some motherfucking leverage. You know what I'm saying? I'll return to the dating market, but right now we hustling, baby. We getting that bag. You feel what I'm saying? Because then if I go back broke, then what, bro? I gave up on my dream. I go back broke. Then what? They still gonna see you as a loser, bro. You 45 and you still ain't got nothing. Like the Annie and the Annie, David and Annie show, here on YouTube. I don't know if you guys saw that episode where Annie was in the boat with him and she was looking all sour and shit like that, and he was like, what's wrong? He said, she was like, you're 47 or 48 or something like that. You're 47 or 48 and you still don't have anything. You see, that's how they look at you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You're 40-something years old and you still ain't got shit, nigga. What you been doing? You been wasting your goddamn time, bro. It is embarrassing to get past 40 and you ain't got shit together, bro. Right now you see why you struggle. You're over 40. And you're under 6 feet tall. You're 5'9", 5'10". You ain't got no money. You ain't got your paper. You ain't got a bag. Those are the reasons why you struggle, bro. There's a reason why you struggle. You just don't struggle for no fucking goddamn apparent reason. You feel what I'm saying? There's a real reason why you struggle in this dating market right now. Because you don't have your shit together. That's the main reason why you struggle. Yeah, it was fine and dandy when you was young and you could get away with being broke. But as you get older, they stop giving you free passes, bro. They don't give you no more free passes. Women don't give you free passes after age 30. Everything after, anything that's after age 30 is a sugar daddy for them, okay? You're past 30, you a sugar daddy. They checking for the sugar. Females patting you down all the time, man. I was fucking like, what was it? There was this girl I liked. Her name was Jordan. You guys remember her, right? Because I always tell this story. She was a 35-year-old bartender / waitress or whatever. And her job was to run the food and the drinks to the pool tables and shit, right? And I used to hit on her, trying to get with her and shit. And I used to give her a hug and stuff. One time I got too handsy, man, and she moved away or she did something. I forgot what it was. I was like, oops, my bad. But I liked her. But one day she stopped on the way back from dropping some food and drinks at a pool table, and she stopped in her tracks. She said, that little screeching sound, the screeching sound and shit. Scott! She was like, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, I'm like hella stuck in my words and shit, and I couldn't get it out. And what did I say I did? Because I think I was wearing the bling and shit too, man. Back when I was a fake ass pickup artist, faking to be rich, faking having it going on, and she stopped in her tracks and she stopped in her tracks and she asked me what she did. Oh, what did I do for a living? And I think I either told her the truth or I didn't tell her at all or something. I forgot what I said, but still, man, she was patting my pockets down. She was checking me out, seeing if I'm worth pursuing. This guy might be rich. He's staying in Walnut Creek, right? You living in Walnut Creek, you gotta have some type of bread. Not just anybody could live in Walnut Creek. Walnut Creek is a suburbs here in California. Walnut Creek is a suburban area where upper middle class and rich people live. And that's where I lived for a long time, because my ex-girlfriend, she was a high earner and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Working for Old Navy in the corporate office. She was making like 150 racks every single year, bro. You know what I'm saying? And she thought I had some money and shit. So women pat you down if they, they want to see, oh, maybe he might have some money, or he might be, maybe because he been pursuing me, he been trying to get with me, might as well pat his pockets down. You know what I'm saying? And it's embarrassing, bro. You don't have anything after a certain age. So that's why I'm hitting the ground running right now. I stopped going to bars and clubs. I stopped pursuing women. I stopped even trying to have sex, really. The last time I had some sexual contact was with Sub 5 Stalker, and that was back in like October and shit, when she lost her mind. You feel what I'm saying? So no, you're nothing without your bread. You're nothing without money. Don't believe what they say, and don't believe anything that they say out here, bro. You gotta look for yourself. Look at how you being treated first. Am I being treated like I'm valuable? No. Then you're not valuable, bro. You're worth nothing. Okay? Look at the way women treat you. Do they approach you in public? Do they approach you out of nowhere? Remember I told you about the female that I lied about my lotto winnings and shit over there in that bar, right? The one I got arrested at. She approached me out of nowhere, bro. So, Kel, how about that lottery? What's going on with that? I'm like, yeah, that shit is on its way. Takes about 6 to 8 weeks. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to fake the funk, man, just to get her attention. And it worked. Like I said, I was being a pickup artist with the bling around my wrist. You know what I'm saying? Looked like I paid a lot for it. With a nice watch that was made, that was like $300. Shoes that was $300, and I had a nice jeans on, nice shirt. Was I at low percentage body fat? Was I working out like that? No. Matter of fact, I think I was out of shape. Yeah. And I told you when I was wearing those Echo shoes, the female, she stopped me in my tracks and asked me, "Are those Echo shoes?" I was like, "Yeah, these are Echo shoes. These are the real deal. These are $300 shoes." You feel what I'm saying? The women, they can smell when you're doing good, bro. It's like a sixth sense, bro. They see, they can smell the aroma. They can smell the money fumes coming off of you, bro. They can smell it. They look you up and down, and they can tell whether or not you have money or whether or not you're broke. You got worn down, cushed over shoes, you broke. You got some Echo shoes that's worth $300, you might have something. Pursue your dream, bro, your passion. I'm gonna end this live. It's been going on for too long. I gotta get back in here into Starbucks and get some water and shit, because I'm thirsty like a motherfucker. Gotta stay hydrated. You guys have a good day. Peace out, take care, and bless. I'm out.